In this video series, we are talking about ways that you can apply light when it comes to your business and in the way you interact with people, both with your employees and clients. Light stands for love, integrity, gratitude, humble service and transformative excellence. And when we apply this framework in the smallest units of time, we are having a positive impact on others. We are glorifying God in whatever we do, and as a byproduct of doing that, we will find more joy, meaning and purpose in the work we do as we progress towards our short, medium, long-term and our eternal goals. In this particular playlist, we are talking about love and how to operate on love, where I'm sharing practical ways that you can do this starting today, right now. The more you proactively apply these concepts, the more you will start to do it automatically, and then the more habits that you do automatically, the more you can do, and over time you are going to be living light all the time. So in this video we are going to talk about how you can operate on biblical love. In particular, this one is that you should always acknowledge effort and not just results. So, for example, one thing that I have learned the hard way in business, life and everything else is that things never go to plan. There's an old saying that I can't remember who said this, but if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. And what that means is that if you make the more detailed plans that you make, the less likely it's going to happen. And I have found that to be very true myself, especially as a parent with two young kids. Nothing goes to plan, chaos can quickly erupt. And the point is that you cannot really control the outcome that you're going to get. Sure, you might have a system in place where you can get a predictable number of results as a percentage of per 100 or whatever it is, or predictable percentage that you aim for. But the reality is that nobody can predict the future. There's so many different things in the world that can come and prevent you from getting your results, which are completely out of your control. And as a result, it's unfair of you to blame people for not getting results when they are actually trying their best and their hardest in that given situation. People are much more important than the outputs that you have. And if someone puts in 110% effort and the result at the end doesn't go the right way, it's kind of unfair of you to blame them for not getting the result that you wanted, or to treat people in a way where they're kind of commodities or disposable in a situation like that. I've personally experienced this from both sides of the coin. So the first is, I remember several years back when I was writing travel articles, and I worked for a company, which I won't mention the name, as a freelancer, and I was commissioned to write 30 articles per month for them, and which I did pretty consistently for several months. And then one day, incidentally, it was at the time when my grandmother died, when there was suddenly an email completely out of the blue that said the company has now decided to go a different direction and my services are no longer required. And instantly at that moment, the contract that I had was gone. All of the loyalty and everything that I put in, 110% every single time, because I've always pursued excellence in what I do, was instantly gone. And just, that was it. You've given us the output, that we wanted. We have the total number of articles that we need on the website. You're no longer required. Goodbye. And it was not a great experience to have. And so that's my personal experience. And in the past as well, with my former marketing agency, that I was the person that was getting frustrated with my team when we weren't getting the results that we wanted or the outputs that we wanted. And this was despite the team trying to do it. We had a system in place which, well, in hindsight, probably wasn't the best system because it wasn't working. But also, I kind of also get the impression that in the past there was some kind of divine influence there which moved me away from the path that I was going, which was downhill and downhill fast, with focusing on money, transactional thinking, and all of those negative things which tend to make your life worse and the lives of those around you much more worse. And when I just put all my money into trying to make this business work and then watching the money get lower and lower and lower every single month, I kind of took it out on the team a little bit. And so the point is that you cannot control 100% what the results are going to be, because things are always going to go wrong. Instead, it's better to acknowledge the effort that someone puts in. If someone tries their best and results don't go the way you wanted to, acknowledge the effort, acknowledge what they actually did, and don't treat human beings on your team or anywhere as disposable, because that's just not really a good thing to do. That's all. See you next time.